Welcome to Melinden TV and welcome to my very first Empties video ever! I'm so excited because this is my first time doing this style of video and I think it's going to be a lot of fun for me to do. Empties videos are really popular in the beauty community because it's like porn for completionists. People who like to see products get used all the way up, people who really like to get their money's worth out of products. I used to get so many items through subscription boxes and from my own independent purchases that I would try something once or twice and then try something new when the new thing got here. And I was never finishing anything and my items would just accumulate and accumulate. So what I've been focusing on in 2020 is really just using one product for an extended period of time and really using it up until it is completely empty. And oh, it's so satisfying to use something all the way to the end because you're like, wow, I really did get my money's worth out of it. In the beginning, I didn't really understand the hype behind Empties videos. I was like, why do people care about what some random person on YouTube is using? And the more I watched them, the more I liked them because it's still satisfying to see other people going through their products, using products up completely. And the whole point about an Empties video is kind of the chatty aspect of it, like talking through the product. I liked this, I didn't like this, I would buy this again, I wouldn't buy this again, I already have bought this again. Like, it's really interesting to see what someone's opinion is of a product once they've used it all up. Like, I think first impression videos are fun, but it doesn't really give a lot of insight as to whether this product is going to continue to provide benefit throughout its entire lifespan. But because this is Melinden TV, it's not just going to be beauty, there's going to be a fitness aspect of it too. So I'm going to be using this letter challenge chart that I found on the Fitness Cafe. I'm going to throw it up on the screen right now. For each of my empties, I'm going to take a look at what the brand name is, and whatever letter the brand name starts off with, I'm going to cross off that exercise on the alphabet chart. So at the end of the video, whatever letters are left, that's the exercise that I have to do. So it's a little bit of an incentive to use up products because the more products you use up, the more letters you can cross off and the less exercise you have to do. So if you'd like to try this on your own, go ahead and let me know what your experience was. Did you like it? How many letters were you able to cross off? And what was your exercise at the end? And did you enjoy that? So these are my fall empties. I started collecting empties from the first day of fall till the last day of fall. And pretty much every time I finished something up, I threw it in this empty Skittles box because of who I am as a person. So let's get into it. First, I have this conditioner from Palmer's, Olive Oil Replenishing Conditioner. I don't go through shampoos and conditioners often because I don't wash my hair often. That's just not the type of hair that I have. But when I do go through products, I always go through conditioner first because I have very thick, very dry, very frizzy hair. So I actually bought the shampoo that goes along with this at the same time, and I still have plenty of shampoo left and absolutely no conditioner left. I feel like this product was just okay. I try to try a different brand every time I go shampoo and conditioner shopping to see if maybe one works better than the other. And I think that I've tried other brands that worked a little bit better for me than this one. So because this brand starts with the letter P, I'm able to now cross off a 15-minute jog or walk.
Yes!
This is the Ulta Beauty HD Full Coverage Liquid Foundation. I got mine in the shade Tan Warm, and it ended up being too dark for me. The problem is that by chance, I have always been buying foundations like in the summer. And so in 2020, when I wasn't outside as much, like all year round, I started to find that my foundations were all too dark for me. And that was the case with this one. And I think that having a foundation that is not your correct match will make you hate the foundation, even if it's a good foundation. So I really tried to be unbiased and see if I liked the foundation. And no, I didn't. It was too thick, too heavy, which I get that it's full coverage, but I think that other foundations have been able to achieve that full coverage without it being so gross looking on the skin. The one thing I did like is the packaging. It's like, first of all, it's an upside down, so gravity helps you get the most out of the product, and then it has a pump, and then the bag squeezes out all the way. So by the time I finished it, I really did feel like I got every last drop out of this. Because that starts with the letter U, now I don't have to do 15 crunches. Yes! This is the Hey Honey Show Your Glow Colloidal Gold and Honey Beauty Mask. I like Hey Honey as a brand. I think their stuff is unique. And for the most part, I've liked almost everything I've tried from them. This mask was nice. I don't buy masks often. I receive so many in my subscription boxes that it would take me a while to go through all of the masks that I have, so I'm not really motivated to rebuy this. But it made me look like C-3PO, which was kind of cool. And because that starts with the letter H, that is another 15-minute walk or jog that I don't have to do. Yes! This is the Sunday Riley CEO Rapid Flash Brightening Serum. I get so many Sunday Riley sample sizes in my subscription boxes that I think it's just so very satisfying to go through a full-size product. It took me a while. You are supposed to use skincare within a certain amount of time and then throw out what's unused, and I don't do that. I was using this in conjunction with a bunch of other Sunday Riley products, and I feel like the effect was really good on my face. I'm not going to repurchase this because I actually already have another one. So because this starts with the letter S, I can now cross off 10 push-ups. Yes! This is another product from Hey Honey. This is the Trick and Treat CC Active Moisturizing Cream with honey and propolis in the shade light to medium. It's basically just a CC cream. I didn't really like this, and that's just because of my preference as far as coverage. I like medium to full coverage. I'll use a BB cream or a tinted moisturizer if I have a race, just to like even out my skin tone, but I don't want to be running in like a full face of makeup. But a CC cream isn't something that I have a lot of use for. It's a little bit more coverage than a BB cream and a little less coverage than a foundation. Especially this one, I just could not get it to blend nicely on my skin for anything. If I used a sponge, it sopped up all of the product, and if I used a brush, I had terrible streak marks on my face. This is the Plump It Up Mascara from the Color Institute. This is like a throwback for me. I saw a 5-pack of mascara at Kohl's and bought it because, wow, what a steal. Five tubes of mascara for X amount of dollars. This is what the wand looked like, and it was kind of weird. Like, I liked the curved wand because it meant that I could just like reach those hard to reach places. I could flip it upside down and get those lower lashes. Like the curve of the wand it's a cool idea, but it was too curved for the tube. So you would take it out of the tube and the wand wouldn't be evenly coated. But since this brand starts with the letter C, I can now cross off 15 crunches. Yes! This is the Good Morning Honey Silk Facial Serum. I will say this really did make my skin feel very silky, very smooth, but same as what I was saying for the masks, I receive serums so often in my subscription boxes that I have so many serums to go through that I just can't imagine myself buying any more in the near future. This is from Caudalie. This is the Moisturizing Sorbet. I was using this as a moisturizer. You hear the name sorbet and you think it's gonna like smell really like fruity and refreshing, and it didn't. It was just like a normal moisturizer. This is the teeniest itty bitty facial oil. This is from Burt's Bees. I don't even remember where. I think this was like from before I even started doing subscription boxes years ago. And I kind of found it like in the process of me moving and was like, hey, this thing is tiny. Let me use this up. I don't really like the packaging because the way the top is, you actually have to slam the bottle against your hand to get any product out. And I don't really like that. I think it's messy. And I've heard that products with that kind of packaging kind of contaminates the product inside. But I think at the time it served its purpose, and it's serving the purpose right now of me crossing off these 10 side leg lifts. Yes! This is from Sand and Sky. This is the Australian Pink Clay Flash Perfecting Exfoliating Treatment. The way that I use this is I would massage it on my skin, kind of like a physical exfoliator, and then I would just leave it on my skin for 5 minutes and then rinse it off. I really like using products like this. I have oily skin, like I said, so clay masks are really beneficial to me, and I really do enjoy physical exfoliants. There's some uproar in the beauty community about physical exfoliants not being good for your skin in the long run, but let me live my life. I enjoy it and it works for me. I already have a bunch of Sand and Sky products as a backup for this because I keep on receiving this brand in subscription boxes, so I don't feel the need to repurchase this, but I did really enjoy it when I was using it. This is from Tatcha, and this is the Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. This is the tiniest sample known to mankind. I was using it to set my makeup, so kind of like a setting spray. I know that Tatcha's kind of a pricier brand, so I was really excited to receive this sample, but it's honestly just so small that I feel like I never got the full benefit of trying it out and using it, because you know how a spray bottle is when you're getting towards the bottom of it and it doesn't spray out evenly and it kind of just spits product at you. That's what this is like from the very beginning, because there's so little product in here that I felt like I could never get a full, even spray and really experience what it's like to use this product. I'd be interested in trying it again, but it's not something that I'm interested in paying full price for, because I know of dewy skin mists that work just fine. But because Tatcha begins with a T, I can cross off these 30 jumping jacks. Yes! Don't roast me in the comments. I got this from a website. I am not the one who spelled jumping wrong. Okay? Oh, it's another mascara from the Color Institute. This one was volumizing, and this is what the wand looked like. I mean, these mascaras just didn't do anything for me. I felt like I was going like this over and over again and applying 700 million coats, and it was like doing absolutely nothing, as opposed to the mascara that I'm wearing right now is actually one of my favorite mascaras. It's from Beauty For Real, and it really only takes one coat to get to this length. This is from Marcel. This is a CC cream in the shade Golden Glow. So this is the same feedback that I had about the Hey Honey CC cream. They don't carry a whole bunch of use for me in my personal life just because of my foundation preferences. But this one did have SPF 35, so it was good for me to use on race days. Instead of a BB cream or a tinted moisturizer, I would use this. I felt like it was easier to blend out than the Hey Honey CC cream, but this still just isn't my preference. Because it starts with M, I can cross off 30 jumping jacks from my exercise. Yes! The next product is from Deck of Scarlet. This is a brand that I have featured here on my channel before. I actually unboxed an entire Deck of Scarlet mystery box for a past episode of Muscles and Makeup. If you're interested in seeing some of the things that the brand has to offer, I'm going to link that video right up here. But I really like this brand. I've been an OG subscriber since almost the very beginning of them putting out makeup, and it's really exciting to see myself beginning to finish products, because it really does take a long time to go through makeup products. So far, we have like skincare products and hair care products, which those are easy to go through because you use them every day. But makeup, you're not necessarily using the same thing every day, so it's kind of harder to go through. This It's a liquid eyeliner in the shade Coco Cavari. It was like a dark brown liquid eyeliner, and it lasted me a really long time. I really like the Deck of Scarlet liquid eyeliners. They have a brush tip. This one was really pigmented. I wouldn't rebuy it just because I think I already have a backup of it, but I just have so many liquid liners in general, and in practice, once it's on the eye, you really can't tell the difference between the black and the brown. So I have a bunch of black liquid eyeliners that I'd really like to go through before I start making other purchases. Because this is a Deck of Scarlet product, I can cross off 10 push-ups from my list. Yes! Next product is from Balance Me. This is their Congested Skin Serum. I don't remember this serum doing anything or not doing anything for my skin. To me, it's just meh. It is a moisturizing lip balm. It may look like there's more product in here, but when I say that I really squeezed the bejesus out of this tube, like I could not get anything else out of here. I know that a lot of people like the lotions from this brand. I didn't like this. It worked as like a moisturizing lip balm, but it tasted terrible. Like when you first put it on, it kind of smells citrusy, but then it's on your lips and you feel like you're licking a Venus flytrap. This is from Air Repair. This is a moisturizer. Again, this is a product that wasn't really that memorable to me. Can't say that I hated it. Can't say that I love it. I don't really even remember it. But because of it, I'm able to cross off 30 jumping jacks. Yes! This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. This is in the shade Warm 6. It was just a sample size foundation. I really liked this foundation. I felt like the coverage was really good, but it was very smooth, and it was a very smooth and thin foundation. So I really enjoyed using this and really liked how my skin turned out every time I used it. Unfortunately, there wasn't a lot of it to use. Charlotte Tilbury is kind of a pricey brand, but knowing how well this foundation worked for me, I would definitely buy the full size of this when it's on sale. Next product is from Morphe. This is their concealer. Mine was in the shade C2.25. I use this concealer for a long time. You ever try a makeup product because you watch other people on YouTube and you're like, this is what I'm supposed to be using. This is supposed to be a part of my makeup routine. And you see other people like, oh, I love this concealer. Oh, this is my favorite brow product. And I'm like, I have never felt that way about a concealer. Like, I use it because I'm supposed to, but I've never used one that I thought was really life-changing until I started using concealers that weren't this one, and then I realized that this just isn't a good concealer. I know it works for some people, but it creases like crazy for me. It's so danged oily. I have moved on to bigger and better concealers than this one. Plus, I no longer support Morphe as a brand. If you'd like to know why, I have an explanation in this video up here. I'm not going to go into it right now, but farewell to this concealer. Thanks for the memories, even though they weren't so great. I have another product from Sand and Sky. This is the Australian Pink Clay Pore Fining Face Mask. These products are slightly different. This one was Mattify and Invigorate. This one was Detoxify and Brighten. This one you could use like as an exfoliator and a mask. I think this one was only meant to be used as a mask. Yeah, I like clay masks. I feel like they're actually doing something for my skin, whether they are or not. The jury's out. I feel like having a product that's this size, you really don't get to understand whether it's actually working for you or not unless you're using it consistently. Here's another item from Caudalie. This is the Eye Lifting Balm. On the package, it says you can use it for your eyes and for your lips. I don't recommend this as a lip product. It was so thin, and when it dried down, I felt like my lips were even drier than before I put it on. But I guess it worked okay as an eye cream, nothing particularly life-changing. It was really thin, more like an eye serum, or an eye gel. I don't know if I'd call it an eye balm. I almost don't want to show this one because it's super embarrassing. This is from Ulta. It's a liquid eyeliner. I think it was black, but it's like all dried up now. This is one of the first makeup items I've ever owned. It was one of those giant like holiday sets at Ulta where it just comes with like 100 eyeshadow. It wasn't 100 eyeshadows, but it was a lot of eyeshadows. And then it comes with like a few eye pencils, a few liquid liners, a few brushes. It was actually something that my mom bought, and then she ended up being quite a minimalist when it came to makeup. And when I started getting into makeup, she handed it off to me just so I could have a lot of makeup to work with all at once. And it definitely served its purpose for a long time. But once I started venturing out into the realm of other kinds of makeup, I didn't use that kit as often, plus the brush got kind of frayed. And then I went to use this and discovered that it was all dried out and decided that it'd be a good time to let it go. And that's it. Those are the products that I used up completely this fall. Have you used any of these products? Did you have a similar experience to me? What did you think? I was able to cross off 10 exercises from my alphabet chart, which I feel pretty satisfied about my empties. The downside is some of them were from the same brand, some of them had the same letter, so it's not reflected in the letters that I was able to cross off, but I have a 16 exercise routine ahead of me. If you'd like to try it along with me, I'm going to list all 16 exercises in the description box. Or if you would like to try this on your own with your own empties, I'm going to put the timestamp of where I show the letter chart so you can pause the video and try this on your own with your own empties and let me know how it goes. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Let me know what you think about this style of video. I feel like there's so many different beauty YouTubers. There's so many empties videos on this platform. I wanted to do something a little different, and I actually really had a lot of fun doing this. So if you like this style of video, make sure you give this a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. I post new videos every other Wednesday. I also host free fitness challenges 2 per month. So if you'd like to find out what the upcoming challenges are and how to get involved, I'm going to put a link in the description box of my video talking about the challenges, and in the description box of that video, you'll see a brief summary of all of the challenges I'm doing in 2021 and how you can get involved. I have already started saving up empties for my winter empties video, so make sure you click the little notification bell next to the subscribe button if you'd like to be notified every time I upload, so you can stay tuned for that video. But in the meantime, I will see you later. Bye!